The following footage is brought to you by WouldyouKindly.com.
Yes, from above. Round 1, Divekick.
You ever thought about playing fighting games, but you say to yourself, why are there so many buttons? Why do I have to learn complicated controls? Where's the kill streaks? Well, fret no more, as some crazy cats from the fighting game community and Iron Galaxy team up to make Divekick for your PlayStation 3, Vita, and personal computers. There is some kind of story here about people diving and kicking, and somehow Seth Killian, ex-Capcom employee, feels the need to rebalance the world. But the story isn't really one of the reasons you come to it. You actually come to it for the dialogue and the quotes, such as Mr. N and his fear of white girls, Kick being pretty much the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Divekick style. Oh, and there are 2 Shenmue quotes in this, just in the load screens alone. And other random things, but the Shenmue quotes, Divekick, you get such brownie points for this for me. I mean, how did you know that I wanted to try a game of Lucky Hit? Also, the characters are just as nuts as the dialogue itself. You have 3 guys from the fighting game community as well as parody of characters from other fighting games. The game is always constantly mocking you, and if you're on the final round and you're sucking really bad, then you could be labeled a fraud, and no one wants to be a phony baloney. Only Oscar Mayer will do. Man, I want a sandwich right now. Who else wants a sandwich? Anybody?
Fraud detected. Fraud detected.
Some will say the art looks like a rinky-dink Flash game, but when you actually play it on your TV or Vita screen, it looks pretty good. The art style matches how corny this game is. Other than the few characters I mentioned, you got one that's a giant man-beast who smokes cigars and drools like a fat kid on a taco. And you even got Uncle Sensei, who I think is a homeless version of Solid Snake, but with boots for hands. This game also tries to be as crazy as possible. I do feel that the stages, though, could have been a little bit wilder and crazier, just like the cast of the game. The background soundtrack is enjoyable, and it feels pretty much like your standard fighting game music. Though, also, you just cannot forget the crazy thing these cats say, and you can learn a lot from Uncle Metal Gear Hobo. Speaking of sandwiches, this game has a great size of unique characters, and they all play differently. Okay, so it doesn't really have anything to do with sandwiches, I just need a segue here. I'm desperate. Not only do characters have different angles to their kicks, but some of them have other differences too. Like the Baz, for example, having lightning kicks that trail across the sky and can hurt your opponents, Kung Pao opening portals, and Seth Killian, aka S-Kill, can teleport. Other weird quirks like Jafali's head getting bigger every round he wins, and Markman throwing crap out, aka Phoenix Wright from MVC3. You know, it makes it very interesting. It's not just some simple, okay, jump kick. There's more to it. And if you're done with the story mode and you're done fighting with friends locally on the couch, then you can go online and go head-to-head against others. The only thing I wish that this game included was some kind of training or tutorial mode that really helped you learn the characters, how to really do their moves, really how some of the other game mechanics works, because yes, I know, 1, 2 buttons or both buttons at the same time, but trust me, there's some depth here, and there are some characters that you might be surprised you don't really fully know how to use, unless you read something up on it. So, if you really still think that Divekick has no depth to it, then, you know what, I just got one thing to say to you. You parents just don't understand. Divekick is a deep fighting game that can be enjoyed either on the go, on your PS3, or in front of the nice warm glow of your fuzzy computer monitor. It's not a game that you're going to get the most fun out of if you play by yourself. You need to get online with your pals, get a voice chat going, or get some buddies on the couch and just have fun. Because this is the perfect game for that. This is the perfect game to get around with some friends and just chat, laugh, and just have a good time. And if you have a PS3 and Vita, no worries, because if you buy one copy, you get the other one free. And for only $10, you still have enough to get a sandwich.